can help. Help? Hello? Anybody need help over there? I can help. Workbook. Oh.
Okay, these are pages 72 and 73 of the Let's Go 3 workbook. And these are the last 2 pages, and they are the review pages. So we're going to review Unit 7 and 8 on this page. And then on that page, we have a story to review and read. Here we go. Part A just says read and match. Let's take all of these questions and match them to their answers. Number 1, where's the snowboard? So where's, and we're going to say it and is. So it's. It was, no, it's in the garage. Well, that matches where to a place. Perfect. Where's the snowboard? It's in the garage. Number 2, where were you yesterday? Okay, so where were you should be I and yesterday and were. So I was. Where were you? I was. He was. No, not he, because it says you. We need I. I was at the beach. That matches. Where were you yesterday? I was at the beach. Number 3. How was the weather on Sunday? How was the weather on Sunday? So weather is one thing. This should be it was. It was. Oh, here we go. It was cloudy. How was the weather on Sunday? On Saturday, sorry. It was cloudy. Number 4. Where was Jim at 5 o'clock? Okay, Jim's a boy or a man, so we should say he was. No, she wasn't. He was at home. Oh, there we go. Where was Jim? He was at home. Next one. Did she do homework yesterday? So this is going to be a yes, she did, or no, she didn't. Well, there's no. No, she wasn't. Oh, that doesn't match because we need did. Oh, yes, she did. That matches. Did, she. We're good. Boom. Did she do homework? Yes, she did. Was she at the library at 3:30? No, she wasn't. Part A is done. Okay, this is part B, and it says write. And we just have to write 2 sentences about yesterday and 2 sentences about now. Okay, so whenever we talk about yesterday, we're going to look at this picture. And whenever we're asked about now, we're going to look at this picture. Number 1, where was the sled yesterday? Here's the sled. So this is the kitchen. So we'll say it, because it's one thing, was in the kitchen. Okay, number 2, where is the sled now? Okay, let's look at now. Yesterday, nope, now, so this picture. Sled. Here's the sled, so we'll say it again. But it's now, so we should use is, and it is can become it's. It's in the bathroom. Done. Number 3, where were the inline skates yesterday? Yesterday, so inline skates, here they are. And this is the bedroom. So inline skates are more than one. So we'll say they were in the bedroom. Okay, number 4, where are the inline skates now? Here's the picture for now. Here are the inline skates, and this is the kitchen. So we'll say one more time, they, more than one, are, we can change they are into they're in the kitchen. And part B is all done. Okay, this is part C, and it just says complete the story. And this was a story about Melissa and her mother, and they lived in Canada. So let's remember the story from our student books first.
My name is Melissa. I live in Canada. My mother is a tour guide. She helps tourists see our country. Sometimes I help my mother. I like to help tourists too.
Okay, and now we can use all of the words in the word bank up here to fill in the story about Melissa and her mother. First up, my is Melissa. My help, my like is, my Canada is, my name is, oh, there we go, my name. My name is Melissa. I live in help, I live in like, I live in Canada, yes. I live in Canada. Canada. My is a My help is a, my like is a, my mother is a, or my tour guide is a. I think it's my mother is a tour guide. My mother is a tour space guide. Okay. She helps tourists. Sometimes I my mother. Sometimes I help my mother, or sometimes I like my mother. I think it's help. Sometimes I help my mother. I to help tourists too. I like. I like to help tourists too. Part C is done. Okay, this is part D, and it just says read and match. So we have 5 questions here about Melissa and her mother, and then we have 5 answers. We can match them just from the grammar, or we can match it from the story too, or we can use both. Let's do it. Number 1. Where does Melissa live? Okay, Melissa, so we should be looking for she lives. She lives in Canada. Perfect. What does her mother do? So we need to find a job. A tour guide helps tourists. No, that's not about her mother. She likes to help tourists. That's true, but that's also not a job. She's a tour guide. Good. There we go. What does she do? She's a tour guide. What does a tour guide do? A tour guide helps tourists. What does Melissa sometimes do? She likes to help tourists, or sometimes she helps her mother. Sometimes she helps her mother. What does Melissa like? She likes to help tourists. Done! And all done. Let's go 3. Yay!